Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Hari ni kita nak buat something special and something different juga. Kita nak buat, it's not mukbang lah. Kita orang just nak makan yao-yao and answer some of the questions yang our followers ask to answer. So Michelle put a Q&A dekat dia punya Instagram and a lot of her followers put like questions about that they want to know about. So hari ni kita akan jawab those soalan sambil makan yao-yao. Totally not sponsored by yao-yao.
Unfortunately.
Yao-yao, please make sense.
I'm such a loyal Yao customer. Okay, kiwi, strawberry. Wait, and what sauce? Chocolate sauce.
Chocolate sauce.
What's your guys' favorite combo?
Oh, we have mango, so I nak potong some mango.
No.
Tak nak.
Saya habis.
Dekat mango tu, you habis mango tu?
Ya, saya makan untuk breakfast.
Okay.
Breakfast. My breakfast
Never
was a
mind.
mango with yogurt.
It's gone. Kita orang baru beli candle ni.
Oi, mahal.
For the Bath and Body Works. Also not
Expensive,
sponsored.
but it smells good. Oi, okay, chocolate sauce. Ooh, it's good. Boom, let's start.
You start with the question, I start with the yao-yao.
No. Okay, this one. How hard is Bahasa Melayu compared to German?
Okay.
Okay, we can both answer that sebab dia belajar bahasa German, saya belajar bahasa Melayu. I would say bahasa Melayu lagi senang untuk belajar.
Compared to bahasa Jerman.
Yeah.
Tapi I rasa untuk you maybe bahasa Melayu lagi susah sebab you have nothing to compare to bahasa
Yeah,
Melayu.
for Europeans that have no similarities to bahasa Melayu, it's a bit different because of the words, not because of the grammar.
Perkataan je
Tak ada there is nothing we can
Similar.
compare it to or connect it to in our
Yeah.
head. That's the difficult part.
The
But I think in
German-
terms of grammar,
Ya, lagi senang.
German is very difficult.
Ya, Jerman grammar susah tapi at least some words tu macam you boleh base it out of English lah. So maybe it helps a bit.
Like, give an example.
Like there's actually not that many words pun sebenarnya.
Water, bahasa.
Bahasa, water bahasa.
House,
House,
just
house,
written differently.
Yeah, rice. Just spelling dia agak berbeza lah. So German or Malay, I think German lagi susah.
German lagi susah.
Next question.
Yeah.
Kalau korang ada soalan yang korang nak tanya, korang boleh komen di section di bawah supaya kita orang boleh jawab korang punya soalan juga.
What is your favorite football team in Germany?
Oh, okay lah, I want to come very clean with you guys, okay? I do not want
It
to
sounds
lie.
like a confession.
I want to do a confession, okay? I tengok bola, tapi I'm not a super big fan of bola.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of any club. I just tengok and kalau macam FIFA semua I tengok lah, of course. Tapi macam Bundesliga semua I tak follow sangat, to be honest. Yeah, because I don't have much time, to be honest, and I don't have that much time in front of the TV sangat. In terms of sport yang I lebih follow, I think the only thing is Formula 1. In terms of team bola sepak, I tak ada yang favourite lah sangat. Maybe Bayern Munich. Michelle, do you have any? Yeah, I just sokong kalau World Cup Jerman punya team. Yeah. Next question.
Next question.
Sorry untuk mengapakan. Did German people know about Malaysia? What they know about Malaysia people? Okay.
What is your experience?
My experience is most Germans don't know much about Malaysia. They know Singapore, they know Thailand, but they don't know Malaysia because not many Germans travel to Malaysia. So they punya expectation when you say from Malaysia, they think it's like a third world country lah. Yeah.
I can give you an example. My friend came for a wedding, and she said when she told her friends, they were asking, "Does Malaysia have streets?"
Ada jalan raya tak dekat Malaysia?
Sometimes it has a bit to do with not familiar. Sometimes it has a bit to do with
Mentality. Usually if I tell Jerman, kalau I datang daripada Malaysia, okay, I give you one example. I was doing an assignment dekat university and I wrote about Malaysia. So and then the first thing that person asked me, like cosmate, dia tanya I, oh are you writing about the poverty in Malaysia? There must be a lot of poverty. But those that know about Malaysia, maybe they know about Twin Towers lah, paling sangat lah. I think the most that they go as far probably the Twin Towers.
Many know that a lot of Muslims here.
Muslims.
Tapi, just so you know, I do my very best to make everyone a fan of Malaysia.
Which is not hard because
Not hard at all. Once they're here, they love it.
yeah, all our friends yang pernah datang Malaysia or family members or relative, they all love it. Tapi those yang pernah datang Malaysia,
But for instance, my family never had prejudice towards Malaysia.
yeah, because your family come also pernah duduk dekat Kazakhstan, so they know a bit, you know, and they are also a bit macam well travelled, you know, because the reality in Germany is actually not that many people pernah travel so far. Dia pernah
And
travel
same Europe.
dalam Europe macam tu je, orang tak pernah yang travel yang jauh-jauh. Tapi I think to the newer generations, yang more and more the younger generation in Germany, the Germans don't like travelling more. So and Southeast Asia is like quite a trend. So more and more people yang dah pernah datang Malaysia and everything, so usually they will like it. Yeah. So that's the reality. Yeah, but it's okay. Like for me, I don't feel like bad or anything because it's better that sometimes they have a lower expectation. Yeah, and then if you come off from something yang a bit better pun and other people don't know about it, then you just feel like, oh, maybe you can just educate them, you can just tell them, oh macam ni. But of course there's some kind of prejudice and whatever, but this is normal. Macam Thailand and all, because their main industry is tourism. That's where the economy is generated by. One of their main economy is tourism, via tourism. So they promote that quite highly. Tapi for Malaysia tak focus on tourism so much, so we don't do much marketing. So to many people, I think like Central Europe or Eastern Europe, they don't know so much. Tapi macam kalau if you speak to like Turkish people, ada orang dah banyak pernah datang Malaysia, or like people, kalau you pergi UK, then everybody knows Malaysia, you know, because they have travelled to Malaysia and everything. So it depends to the country. Conclusion, not really. Germans don't really know much about Malaysia. Next
It's
question.
okay. We'll change it in the future. Next question. What are your plans for the future, especially staying in Malaysia?
Oh,
You
I
ask.
go? You go?
You go because I just want to eat.
So as you guys know, kita orang pindah ke Malaysia pada 1st May tahun ni, 2022. So that's the decision that we made lah. Kita orang nak pindah duduk Malaysia kejap. Since 1st of May this year, we don't know. The honest truth is we don't know how long, but we know it's not going to be forever. So meaning maybe kita akan duduk dekat Malaysia lagi setahun, 2 tahun, 3 tahun. I think maximum pun dalam 3 ke 4 tahun lah, maximum kita akan duduk dekat Malaysia. That's our plan now. Tapi we don't know in the future, maybe something else come up ke apa, kita tak tahu. Tapi as of now, our planning is kita akan duduk Malaysia for another 2-3 years, because we want to focus on certain things yang dekat Malaysia ni. Number one is one of our companies, abroad assist, maybe some of you know. So I want to expand the market dekat Malaysia. I want to expand my team members, my team staff, the office and everything dekat Malaysia for a while, because I've been doing it in Germany for about 5 years already. So this year nak masuk tahun ke-6 ni, I nak fokus kejap, nak build the market dekat sini for about another 1 or 2 years. And at the same time pun, there's a lot of opportunity that is coming to us dekat Malaysia ni. Thanks to you guys juga, thanks to all of your support on social media and all of these things yang wouldn't be possible without you guys. So this opportunity is here temporary. So we are back here and there's a lot of surprises for you guys juga coming up. I don't want to spoil the surprise, tapi a lot of things are in the pipeline. So
I can give you a hint.
It has to do with
Yummy.
nyanyi. Okay, instrument.
Nyanyi lagu.
Itu je teaser cukup.
Nyanyi lagu.
Nyanyi lagu itu je.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, so
Stay tuned.
stay tuned untuk lagu baru. So the planning is 2 to 3 years, insyaAllah. We will be in Malaysia focusing on few things. After that, what's the planning is that of course we want to have a family. So nak start have kids and everything. But for that, I want to be more stable in terms of not just financially but with our life. And I have a disease of moving around. That is my problem. I suka move around. So kejap-kejap I nak move, kejap-kejap I nak move. So we dah duduk dekat Germany, dah duduk kat Singapore kejap, dah duduk kat Netherlands kejap, last year kita orang pindah duduk Barcelona pula kejap, this year nak pindah duduk Malaysia pula. So I like to move. I enjoy living in different countries, learning the culture and everything. So I want to have this problem out, satisfying my needs of moving around. And then until I find satu country yang I really feel that is suitable for our future family, InsyaAllah we are aiming to go to Spain, kalau ada rezeki in the next 2 to 3 years if everything works out. Yeah, but itu is just a dream for now. We have to work our way there, InsyaAllah.
Now let's do some deeper questions. Messi versus Ronaldo, who's better? Just kidding. Someone really asked this, but of course that's not a deep question.
Like I said, I'm
sorry, I cannot answer it. I
Football.
cannot answer that as well.
I'm not the best person, I'm sorry.
That one will be interesting for many people. Reaction of both families to you guys dating each other.
Oh.
Ooh.
But I think we dah pernah buat video once with my mum while making the lasagna, remember?
Yeah, but still, I mean, you can watch that video as well.
Yeah.
Tapi still, that's just your mom, your other family members. But I think I start first because you met my parents first.
Yeah, true. I met her parents first.
I was nervous, super nervous. He met my sister first. That one went well. I mean, my sister was excited to meet you back then as well.
Yeah, because your sister like very open-minded.
Yes, and she just wants me to be happy.
Yeah.
Aww. You're the best. So that one helped a lot. After you met my sister, my heart felt a bit
better,
less heavy.
One
but
level.
I was still super nervous for to meet my parents.
Yeah.
Because he was my first boyfriend as well. So I was really nervous.
You don't know what to expect.
You don't know what to expect. And then with my dad especially, I felt, oh my god, hopefully he won't be, too strict with him and stuff. And then so I think my parents invited you, but we said let's meet at another place, at an Italian place.
Not at your house.
Yeah, so you feel less intimidated.
Yeah.
And I think for myself as well. So we met at an Italian place. I think you brought flowers for my mom, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, he brought flowers for my mom, and so we went there, and I think you were very nervous as well.
Nervous.
I thought I'm gonna die. I'll be very honest. When I picked you up, I thought I'm gonna die. Might as well I die that day of nervousness. But it went very smooth.
Very smooth. Very smooth.
You just ask each other some questions. My mom was just so impressed by his German, and I think my mom shock love.
Really?
Yeah, she loved you from the beginning.
Really? Okay.
She was, I think, so relieved. After that, she was so happy after meeting you. She was so happy. Because I think she was just worried that you're not a nice guy. Not because of you, but generally you're always worried that your child is not dating a nice person,
Not
right?
the right person.
Not the right person. So after she met you, she was like, he's such a nice guy, positive aura, his German is so good. And now, don't even ask, she loves him so much. He already has her own nickname for him and everything. And my dad also got very well along.
I must say thanks to them because since first day pun diorang like very welcoming, very open, like not prejudice or nothing, like clean slate, like with open arms. So really get to interact with them and everything, and it got better until at one point until now lah, I feel like they are like a true family to me, not just like my in-laws, tapi like my true parents. Yeah, like her mom is like literally like a mom to me, and then like her dad pun is like not just like a dad but also like a best friend to me juga. So like we do all kind of cool things, and then and
They do all sorts of father-son activities.
yeah, like boy stuff lah. And then with Michelle's mom pun very close, and
With my sister and her family as well.
with her sister,
My brother-in-law, my nephews.
Yeah, it's like for me it's like a true family for me. Yeah, and I'm really thankful that I have a family that is so close, that I pun can share anything with them, I can talk anything with them, I can do anything with them. And it's nice to have that, when you know that you punya in-laws are close to you, and like on the same level juga. It's not like sometimes you are the in-law but you feel like
There's something
in-law
in between.
it's like an in-law,
Like a distance.
a bit of a gap kan. Tapi for them it's like I'm always happy to be there at their place, or when they come to Malaysia, like it's so nice, it was so close.
I think it's something not to take for granted, that kind of relationship. I think many in-laws have problems. I think, which is very sad. I'm just super grateful for it. This is more than I ever could have wished for. That you just blend in with my family, like as if you've been there my whole life. It's like he's been there always. And my nephews love him.
Yeah, very close.
They're like also like best friends, and
Best friend. It's just cool.
I almost feel like crying now already.
No, it's a cool relationship.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
It feels so nice for my heart.
It always feels like home. Every time I go back to their place, it just feels like home. You know what to expect, like when her mom cooks stuff and everything, it's just nice.
They always cook his favorite food as well.
Yeah.
Just for him. My dad will do some extra barbecue stuff just for him.
Dapat dia akan start the grill at 3 a.m, 4 a.m to makan for lunch the next day at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Really thankful for that. Yeah, and I think my family also is like very open, and when they knew about it, they were like really excited and everything. So they were, of course they were curious and everything, but then after that I brought her. She was doing her internship in Singapore.
Were they skeptical?
I think they were not skeptical, but they just didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, same as my parents.
Yeah.
I think it's normal because you don't know.
Yeah.
Could be anyone.
Yeah.
Could be a good person. Could be a bad person. Could be someone.
But once they got to know each other, it's like everything got smooth sailing. Yeah.
Totally. I also always enjoy going back home to your family.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice to know that you have family here.
Yeah.
And they're not just my in-laws, but actually family. It's really nice. And I gained some new siblings. Like I have a younger brother to annoy now. I always say. And
Cool relationship.
It's very nice, yes.
That's how I'll frame it.
Yes.
Next question.
How do you stay happily married?
We've been married almost 2 years now. Approaching our second year, but we've been together for 5 years.
Yeah.
5 years. We know each
5
other
years
for
plus.
5 years plus. We've been together, and we've known each other for 6 years plus. How do you stay happily married? I think just be yourself. I think if you have the right match, if you have the right person, I think it's not like a challenge or something yang you kena buat to be happily married. I think as long as you find the right partner, I think that's the most important thing.
That's very important. And then I think you have to understand that of course there will be times where, like in the beginning, maybe you're like all in love and everything is wow, flower power.
Yeah.
But of course there are challenges in life that have nothing to do with your relationship. But there will be times where you'll be focused more on problems maybe in your life that you have to solve, less on the relationship. So I think it's important to always remember that, and that you support each other through these kind of things. And always, even if you have maybe something in between you that you feel like is a challenge, always think of it as you two against the problem, you know, and not you against each other.
If you have a problem, that is also your partner's problem. It's like that. Yeah. So any problem I have, I'll tell her. So I'll also ask her to solve the problem sometimes. So
I think that's one thing. Communication is important. The match, I mean, the match is right. I think that's the base.
That's the most
Without
important
that,
thing.
it's gonna be
The match has to be good. And I think the other thing is also allow your partner to also have time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think sometimes you must have your own time for things, you know. So like I enjoy playing golf, and it sometimes takes like half a day just for me to go and play, but she's okay with it, you know. It's like, oh, you want to play with your friends, okay, go out, go play. So I think that's important, that
You should not lose yourself in the relationship. And you shouldn't. Sometimes I have the feeling, sometimes relationships slow people down in terms of their personal development.
Yeah.
Maybe because you become too comfortable, or you're too focused on you as a couple and not on yourself anymore. We're extremely close. Like, you know, I think probably everything about me.
Technically, we do a lot of things together.
A lot of things together. But
98%.
if he says, for instance, I want to do this and that, and I don't even have an example, like golf, for instance, or I'm saying, okay, I'm just gonna go and read, or I wanna, you know, do this and that course. He's always like, okay, go ahead, do it. And if one of us has any aspiration, we also always support each other. And I think, you know, this can go on. I think about this question you can make a whole video.
Yeah.
But another thing I would like to point out is, I think nowadays people feel like there's a problem, okay, we just have to end it.
Yeah.
But often it's just about communication. And ego. Your ego cannot be too high, you know. That's again, you know, not against each other, but against whatever is in between you.
Also, always help each other. In everything. For example, like your house. You know, you have a house. Both party must contribute.
Agree.
Yeah. For example, in order to keep the house in order. You know. Yeah. Doesn't matter paying the bills or cleaning the floor or something.
Washing the dishes.
Both party have to, you know, have a fair share.
Agree.
In taking care of things.
Yes.
So that's the tip.
Okay.
Next
Alright.
and last question.
When did you realize that he is the one, and maybe she is the one? So both of us can answer. Very good question.
Very long time also. Took time.
Because I'm very skeptical. I'm very skeptical. Okay, I think it's a feeling.
Yeah.
It's a feeling that you just feel. You can imagine your future with that person, you know? Because before, even when a guy asked me out for a date, I would like imagine, could I? Sometimes it's stupid because maybe you don't know the person that well, but from what I knew, could I imagine being with that person? And I could never imagine spending at least even months with that person, you know? Not talking about years, it would like freak me out. I would be like, oh my god, no. And the first person with who I can imagine to spend my whole life with is you.
Same.
And you just feel so like you can be yourself. If you feel like you can be yourself, then I think you know it's the one. And how the person reacts in difficult situations, and is that person there for you? And I think as well your feeling, can you imagine going through with that person through your life, you know?
Yeah.
And
I think it's important that you're capable of becoming friends as well.
yes,
Yeah.
we were friends before.
Yeah. I think if you're just a partner but you're not friends with your partner, it's very difficult, because in most cases you are not going to act as, or in most of the time that you spend with each other, it's not going to be like partners or husband and wife, but rather it's going to just be like friends, you know. That you go out, you know, as if you're talking to your friend, you know, you're just talking about what you did or something funny, or you know, something you saw on the internet and you want to share whatever.
Yeah, I think when your partner is your best friend,
It's much easier.
yeah,
Yeah.
I must say.
Yeah. And
So how did you know I was the one?
For me, it was that because we had to go through a lot of long distance as well. For me, it was once we started long distance, it became very difficult for me because my life suddenly got much harder without her being with me. So I needed her to be in my life so that my life becomes better and my life becomes much easier. Because I think if you're having a partner and your life gets much harder, and if you get married and your life gets much harder, then there's just no point having a partner. You're better off alone. But if your life gets better in not just one way but in many ways, it gets much better. I think that's the purpose of getting married also. I think in any religion why you should get married is that as you get older, life gets harder. The challenges gets bigger as well, and it's very difficult for you to do that alone. So you need a partner to help you to overcome those challenges or to help you to be where you want to be in life. So I think that's when I felt that that you were the one, and you could really help me with everything in life and make my life much better, much easier, much more fun. And I can share that with someone that I can share that with someone that understands that and appreciates that as well. That's important. Like I like music, she likes music, so she can appreciate music. I like eating, I like food, so she can appreciate that as well. I like traveling, I like going to places, she enjoys that as well. I think as long as your partner can understand and appreciate what you have passion for, I think that's important
Yes,
in
true.
life. Yeah.
True. You don't always have to have the same hobby, but at least you have to support your partner.
Yeah, because if you like something so much and that, for example, you really appreciate eating, like going out, trying this, trying that, exploring things, but your partner doesn't, then you always feel like it's a burden. You always
to
want
ask them, yeah.
to ask them to carry. You feel like you're dragging them to things that they don't want. Just because you want it, so it becomes a bit. It doesn't make it impossible, but it just makes it less enjoyable for you. So I think that's when I realized that she was the one.
The right person will be good to you, will be right for you, will be, make your life better.
Yeah.
Make your life better, not make your life worse. The circumstances sometimes can be difficult, but not the person towards you.
So that's our episode of answering some of the questions. Not all, we have a lot more other questions as well yang kita akan jawab.
And also drop your questions.
Drop your question, drop it in the comment box. And for upcoming questions and for those new questions that we did not manage to answer in this vlog, kita akan jawab dalam the next episodes. So see you guys on the next episode. See you guys.
See you next time. Hope you enjoyed the video.
Yeah.
And subscribe.
Yeah.
And don't forget to follow us on other platforms as well if you want to.
Yeah.
Leave a comment and a thumbs up if you want to. And see you next time.
Next time.
Thank you.
Bye bye.